loves, we are back with another YouTube video, and today's video is actually very fun. This is what to do on the first date. Okay, this is going to be split up in 3 segments: getting to the first date, before the date, during the date, after the date. Okay, we're going to jump right into it.
His body, baby. His body, baby. Oh, oh, na na. Bum 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 boy. Oh na na. Na 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 na. Oh na na. Bum 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 boy.
Of course, shop my lash page, www.babylashes.com. Also follow us on Instagram. I might have some giveaways coming up soon. I don't have any lashes on right now, but my most natural lash is Bum Day, which I should have worn today. I was just going for like a more natural look vibe thing going on, but nonetheless, all my videos I have my lashes on, so you only caught me slipping once, sis. So this is before the date, before you even get to the first date. And this is first date, but a lot of these things can be used with dating in general. So my definition of dating is, i.e., conducting interviews. When you're dating, you are conducting interviews for who you want to be the lucky man to be your boyfriend, and hopefully eventually your husband. You want to be, if you want to be married. Not everybody wants to be married, and that's okay. When you're dating, I've talked about in my situationship video, you are always, if you are a single woman dating, you are always to keep a roster. Always keep a roster. If you don't take one thing from this video, honey, you are going to always keep a roster. That roster stay on strap, okay? How I'm gonna talk to this video, I gotta set the scenario up for y'all so y'all can fully understand, because this is how I talk to my dad, and this is how I gameplay in my head. It's easier to understand this. Single woman, single man watching this video, right? Dating, i.e., conducting interviews, right? So when a job is hiring for a position and they like one person, they give them a second interview, they give them the third interview, and if you're Google, you actually might get through 6 interviews before you actually get the position. So a lot of times ladies get stuck in this point, i.e., my situationship video, you can please go watch that, to where they like a candidate and they kind of just get stuck on him and forget about the position that needs to be filled. Now, you are the coach watching this, and because you are the coach, it is recruiting season, honey. It is tryouts, it is recruiting season. Tryouts are coming up. You are looking for a starting player, but because you are smart and because you are single, you have your 2nd string player, you got your 3rd string player, you got your 4th string player. Okay, the position is not filled yet until you are in a relationship. So when it comes to that first date, i.e., before the date, tryouts are happening. The tryout sign has been posted. It's up there, 6:30. It's been posted. Now, when someone who is serious about trying out, they make sure that they got all their gear that's on the paper. If I'm trying out for something for cheerleading and it says I need to bring 2 water bottles, a white t-shirt, black Sophie shorts, and I need to stretch before, if I want to make the team, I'm gonna do exactly what the tryout paper says, right? So when someone wants to take you out on a date and they're serious about dating, they're gonna take the lead. I mean, I'm speaking from a heterosexual relationship because I am heterosexual, so I can't speak for all relationships. I'm sorry, y'all. But they're gonna take a lead. As a man who's serious about taking you out on a date, I can tell you between a man who's serious and a man who's playing, a grown boy who's playing. A man who is serious about taking you out on a date is gonna ask you when you're available. They might talk to you a little bit. They're gonna ask you when you're available a couple days in advance. Okay, we're not talking about a day in advance. They're gonna ask you when you're available. They're gonna ask you at a reasonable time. A man who's serious is not taking you out on the date after the hours of 9 o'clock. And a man who is serious is gonna take you out not in a place that is dark and where you cannot talk. If a person is trying to ask you out on a date to go to the movie, sis, cut the cameras. He didn't try out. He didn't even get to try out because he didn't have all the stuff to be qualified to make it to the tryouts, honey. He needs to be cut. A man who is serious is gonna ask you for a day you're available. They're gonna ask you for a proper time, and they're gonna ask you about a proper place. They're gonna get a feel for you, what you like to do, and say, hey, is this okay if I take you to STK on Saturday night, next Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. They're gonna confirm that with you. You're gonna say yes, that is okay. And when the time gets closer, they're gonna say, hey, are we still on for tonight? tonight. So you're gonna confirm, yes, we're still on for tonight, and then y'all are gonna go on your date. If your date does not get planned to the T of what I'm saying, if he's asking you someplace you can't talk, if he's asking you to the movies, if he's asking you to a place after 9 p.m., if he's asking you what you want to do, he not serious. He not serious. Yeah, I'm gonna take y'all on a date. So where you want to go? He not serious, sis. Because a man without a plan is a man who's playing. That's before the date. On the date. So on the date, keep in mind, this is just a first date. So I'm not saying you gotta come out like guns blazing with this man. Like, please don't scare the man away. Don't come out guns blazing. Go to a nice place. If y'all have dinner, if y'all are doing Top Golf, make sure it's some place where you can speak to each other, where you can actually interact with this man and converse with him, get to know him, see what he likes to do in his spare time, what he does for work, what are his goals. You don't have to go in deep like what his goals are or whatever. Don't go asking the man his credit score or whatever. But if he's in school, what is he in school for? If he's looking at a school program, oh, what program are you looking at? What schools are you looking at? What are you interested in? Where'd you grow up? Tell me about that. Like, oh, you grew up in New York? Oh my gosh, like, so did I. Just converse with him lightheartedly and just get a feel for him. It's the first date, okay? At one point in my life, when I say I was a serial dater, it got to a point I was going on like 2 dates a week, like 1 to 2 dates a week, definitely. And nothing is okay with that. When I say you're dating, you're conducting interviews, honey. It is an interview, and you see somebody you know, they need to mind their business, because a date does not mean that you owe anybody anything. Feel for the man, have great conversation with the man. Now, take heed of this. On the first date, do not kiss this man. I don't care if you felt for him. I don't care if you liked him. I don't care if he was nice. I don't care if he tell you how beautiful you are, because you already know that, so it's not new news. That's like me walking outside and saying, hey mommy, the sky is blue. Like, we knew that. Do not kiss this man. Do not kiss him. We don't know this man. And I know with society, people sleeping with each other like as if it's a handshake, you know, people look like, oh my gosh, why won't you kiss somebody on the first date? Now, I'm gonna tell you why. Guys put you in a box fairly quickly, unlike women. And any man, with a grown boy and with a man, you're going to get tested. Men are going to test you regardless. They're going to do it regardless, whether it's a grown boy or whether it's actually a real man. And when you open the door up for physical attraction, physical attraction very quick, you just met this man, he's going to try to take it further, the next date, the third date, the fourth date, the fifth date. Don't kiss this man. We don't know where this man's mouth has been before you went on a date with him. We don't know where this man's mouth been last night. First of all, we're in a pandemic. If a man tries to kiss you during a pandemic and he doesn't even know you, sis, that should tell you something. That's a kiss. What is he doing with his body? Is he even being... He don't know you. So if he does reach in and try to kiss you, if he does reach in and try and attempt to kiss you, girl, you gonna pull one of these. Okay? You're gonna, or whatever side you prefer, you're gonna give him a cheek. You're gonna do it real quick. You just, you know, you're just gonna, yeah, thanks for the date, you know, hug him. You could give him a hug or whatever. But when you give him a hug, if he starts to try to touch where he shouldn't be touching, move his hand for him. Let him know what he can and can't get away with. Okay, that's during the date. Now, after the date. So say the date goes well. Like I said, I used to be a serial dater, and I used to fill somebody out very quick. Like, after the first date, mind you, you're the coach and you're hosting tryouts. Tryouts, I don't know about y'all high school, but in my high school, tryouts was not always one day. We had tryout for cheerleading. We had tryouts, was it like 2 weeks? A week, 2 weeks? You would learn a whole routine. We would basically have practice for 2 weeks. We would learn a whole routine, and you would come back and you do it in front of the judge. So with this first date, this is the first day of tryouts. Like, he didn't even get nowhere yet, sis. So if the date did go well and you felt him out, and it's like, okay, like, okay. He's not on the team yet, though. He's not on the team. He's just a prospect. And the second date comes, don't contact him and say, oh my gosh, like, I really enjoyed. Don't contact him first. Oh my gosh, I really enjoyed the date. It was so good. Da, 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 da. Do not contact him first after this date. Don't do that. He will contact you. I really enjoyed our date or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Tell him thank you. I did too. If you enjoyed it, you tell him thank you. I did too. I had a really good time, you know. Hopefully we could do it again sometime. We can go somewhere else or whatever. Just tell him how you felt about the date. Now, if you didn't like the date, do not entertain this man. We're done. Got your leftover food. You had a nice time. we're done, you know. And you can actually tell him, like, because when you're dealing with a grown man, some grown men, they be, hey, I didn't really enjoy our date, hopefully we can like remain cordial, blah blah blah. Or you just fall off the face of the earth. It was only a first date. I mean, you don't know this man. We don't know who is this man. Sorry to the man. Now when it comes to like the second date, you're going to do the same exact thing. Same exact thing. He should still not be inviting you somewhere where you can't speak. It should still be at a reasonable hour. It should still be planned. And you should still not kiss this man, because we still don't know who this man is and where his mouth been, okay? We don't know. Don't kiss him. I actually forgot one thing. This is something new that the kids are doing these days. If this man invites himself over your place and say, oh, I thought I could just come over and cook for you. Or I thought I could just come over. No. Block him. He is done with tryouts. He did not make a team. He did not pass go. He did not collect $200. He is not invited. He is not qualified, sis. That is rude. His mom should have taught him not to invite himself over places. You don't go anywhere unless you're invited. Okay? Because if you got a roster, you got somebody else you can kiss on your roster, sis. You're single. Don't kiss the prospects. Don't kiss people who are trying out. Because when I used to try out for cheerleading, if you was doing good at the routine, none of the judges would be looking at you like, oh my gosh, you're doing such a really good job. No, they're going to just stare at you. You're not going to know how they feel about you, really. They're not going to overexert themselves. Now, here's to say, what if you have a first date and it gets canceled? Things happen. Things do happen. First, we're going to go into the no call, no show. This lips into somebody being my boyfriend. I feel like, you know, no call, no show, null and void. When you pull a no call, no show at a job, you lose your job. Spot is, you try, don't come back. They will tell you, don't come back for day 2 of the tryouts. Because you didn't even arrive on time day 1. You weren't serious. So if a person is doing a no call, no show, they're not serious, they need to be cut. Tryouts are over for them. Now, if a person cancels on you, if they're giving you ample days or time in advance, like, hey, I know I said that we could go out Saturday, something's coming up, can we reschedule for next week? Or, you know, if he's letting you know days in advance, it was actually very thoughtful of him, and that's nice. And I definitely think you should give him a second chance. Almost everybody deserves a second chance. I wouldn't say everybody deserves I would not say everybody deserves a second chance, because they do not. But if he was that thoughtful to let you know days before, then give him a second chance. Now, the third one. This is the guy that's going to let you know an hour before, the day of, maybe even the day before. This is the guy that you're going to ask him, are y'all still good for the date? Confirm. And he's going to say, oh, no. I actually got to do something tomorrow. Like, my bad. Like, I actually got something to do, like maybe next week. Now, sis, this is how you're gonna handle that. If somebody's canceling you on you the day of, are they serious about trying out for the team? Are they serious? Are they moving with purpose? I mean, granted, he doesn't know you, so he doesn't have to be too serious, but is he moving with purpose? Because it's like the day of, especially if you have to ask him first and he's just now telling you, like, what if you didn't ask him? So in that sense, let him know, I'll let you know when I'm available. Don't let him drive that, because he already playing with your time. And like, what's her name said? Who said it? Brittany Lee? Wasted time is worse than wasted money. He already playing with your time, sis. So don't let this man, because that could be a test too. Don't let this man see that he can get away with playing with your time. Because our time is precious and it waits for nobody. If he cancels the day of or the day before, let him know, hey, I'll let you know when I'm available. And if you're never available, then so be it. Okay? And let him know, give him about 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, let him know when you're available. If you are available. If he's ever so blessed to take you out. Other than that, that is my whole dating tips. I can't tell you exactly how to act on your first date, but keep it like kind of lighthearted. Don't go into politics. Don't ask too personal questions. Like, this is a first date. Don't ask the man's credit score. Like, sis, be polite, be nice. I mean, you don't owe him anything, but you still need to be nice and respectful, just like you would expect for him to be as well. And have fun. It is fun. When you're hosting tryouts, it is very long process. I get it. It's a long process, but you want to be thorough on who is going to make the team. And once they make the team, then you kind of gotta decide who is going to be that starting player, who is going to be so blessed to be the starting player. If you ever got to cut somebody from the team. You got to suspend somebody from the team. If somebody got to sit out 3 games, let them sit out 3 games, sis. But we're doing no situationships. We don't have time. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all like, subscribe, comment anything. Like, comment some of your first dates. Like, I've been on some bad dates. Comment and if there are any first date experiences that were like pretty bad or embarrassing or whatever, so on and so forth. Let me know what type of dates y'all been on. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I love y'all so much, and like I always say, stay true to yourselves.